Welcome to our Special Olympics presentation on powerlifting. In powerlifting competitions, athletes are allowed to compete in 3 different skills, one being the squat, another the bench press, and the final lift being the deadlift. Athletes are allowed to compete in each of these lifts individually or can compete in the combined divisions. The combined divisions include bench press and deadlift, or a combination of all 3 lifts. Athletes are divided into divisions based on their age, gender, ability, and weight class. The divisions under these are also based on the athlete's opening lift. Lifters will be divided into flights of no more than 14 lifters in each flight. In each flight, the lifter with the lightest attempt will lift first, and the weight loaded onto the bar will be progressively increased until everyone in the flight has lifted. The bar will then be unloaded and second attempts will be performed in the same fashion, followed by third attempts. In no case can the weight be reduced after the lifter has attempted to perform a lift with the announced weight. Then the next flight will lift. An area on the stage to the left and behind the chief referee will be marked and may be occupied by the coach during the performance of his or her athlete's lift. The coach may give manual signals. Each competitor shall be allowed a period of 1 minute from the calling of his or her name to the starting of the attempt. If the delay exceeds 1 minute, the attempt shall be forfeited. The clock shall stop when the lifter starts the lift properly. Lifters with anatomical disabilities will be granted extra time, up to 3 minutes if needed. The lifting costume shall consist of a one-piece, full-length lifting suit of 1-ply stretch material without any patches or padding. A non-supportive weightlifting, wrestling-type suit is also a legal suit. The straps of the suit must be worn over the shoulders at all times while lifting in competition. It may be of any color or colors. An undershirt, commonly known as a t-shirt, of any color or colors must be worn under the lifting suit by all competitors during the performance of the squat and the bench press. Athletes with physical disabilities may wear a 2-piece outfit with both upper and lower pieces being form-fitting. Either snug-fitting track trousers or snug-fitting shorts may be worn. A full-length aerobic suit may be worn while performing the bench press. Lifting with a prosthesis is allowed, and orthosis with shoes will be allowed. For the squat, the lifter shall assume an upright position with the top of the bar not more than 3 centimeters below the top surface of the anterior deltoids. The bar shall be held horizontally across the shoulders with the hands and fingers gripping the bar, and the feet flat on the platform with the knees locked. After removing the bar from the racks, the lifter must move backward to establish their position. The lifter shall wait in this position for the referee's signal. This signal shall begin as soon as the lifter is motionless and the bar properly positioned. Upon receiving the signal, the lifter must bend and lower the body until the top of the surface of the leg at the hip joints are lower than the top of the knees. The lifter must recover at will without double bouncing or any downward movement after starting to an upright position. When the lifter is motionless, the referee will give the signal to replace the bar. For the bench press, the lifter must assume the position on the bench and maintain this position during the entire lift. The head and trunk must be in contact with the surface of the bench, and the feet must be on the floor or plates. To achieve firm footing, flat surface discs or blocks may be used. Lifters with physical disabilities shall be given the opportunity to use either the standard or the special bench for disabled lifters. The hands must grip the bar with a thumbs around grip, thus locking the bar safely in the hands. The use of the reverse grip is forbidden. Lifters with physical disabilities may be strapped to the bench from the ankles to the hips using a strapping belt. After removing the bar from the racks or receiving it from the spotters and loaders, the lifter shall wait with elbows locked for the referee's signal. The signal shall be given as soon as the lifter is motionless and the bar properly positioned at full arms extension. Athletes who are anatomically unable to fully lock out a bench press must have a certified coach state so at the weigh-in. For deadlift, the bar must be positioned horizontally in front of the lifter's feet and is allowed to be gripped with an optional grip in both hands. It also must lift without downward movement until the lifter is standing erect. The lifter shall face the front of the platform. On completion of the lift, the knees shall be locked in the straight position and the shoulders should be held in an erect position. The shoulders do not have to be thrust back past an erect position. However, if they are thrust back in this manner, and all other criterion are acceptable, the lift shall be accepted. Any downward movement of the bar or either end of the bar during the lift shall be considered failed. Failure to stand erect with the shoulders in an erect position, failure to lock the knees straight at the completion of the lift, or supporting the bar on the thighs during the performance of the lift will also be considered a failed lift.